Alright, so yeah, I guess what happened was that I actually forgot to record. Yeah, it is what it is though. And I guess the topic for today should be trying to build a web app in Golang. And I mean, that's because I have used Golang before a little bit, like a while back. So if we, I think for AOC 2016, although I haven't solved it in 2016, it was like 2 years ago or something, but I wanted to try out Go, and I guess Go was really simple in some way, and yeah, I mean main.go, and yeah, I wanted to try it more, and I wanted to try it specifically because there are the Go routines which I never use, so Go routines which seem pretty cool, that you can run them asynchronously. And the other thing, I should did this once again, and the other thing is doing the channels, which I guess they are like multi-producer, single consumer, something like that. To be honest, did like almost an hour and haven't really touched on them, but like my idea for what to do was to make like a really simple web app where you can have posts, right, and also use HTMX for the front end, right, and trying to use templating, right? So but like yeah, so far I'm not really sure how we are gonna run into like needing the channels and stuff, but we'll see, because yeah, I mean, I was thinking that you can have posts and then you can run certain algorithms on them, like do something like sentiment analysis or something, which can take more time than a request, so we can run it in the background, right? Something like that, I don't know, but I guess let's try to go again. So I mean, the file was webapp go, that's the name, so webapp go, right? Okay, the first thing that I had to do was, I guess, go install Air, and Air is pretty neat tool. It allows you to, I guess, restart your web server. So for example, we'll run a web server, and every time we make changes on the code, we want to live reload it, so like it's live reload, I guess. So yeah, that's a pretty good thing to have. Go mod init, right? We can have the thing, and the next thing would be to install the gin thing. So go get, like obviously it took me a bit more to figure everything out, but then air init creates the config air.toml, and I guess this config is not, we don't really need to change it, so it's fine. And it's like all Go files and HTML files are gonna be watched for changes. So yeah, usually I think in Go you have to have this cmd folder for your executable. So if you have this main.go, then func main. Let's just do the hello world first. So func main, and I'll be honest, I have no idea how to do golang out string or something. Wait, what? I just wanna print hello world. Okay, it's fmt. Yeah. Oh, and you also have like package main. Okay, perfect. So if we say something like go run cmd main, yeah, perfect. Anyway, so right, pretty simple so far. And also try this thing out, so sure, why not? So nice to do the simple example. And if we do like air, run just this, here it says that it's watching CMD though. Go build. But no, if it's called go, because before I just had the main file in the main thing, but I wanted to have this CMD thing, most application, main application. You can have pkg then. Oh, it's and this is an example, I guess. So let's see. Because I don't get how why is it not picked up by the go build? What? Excuse me. Maybe it's because of module. So this is go mod. Nope, doesn't have anything to do with it. But you know, like it's easiest way to do it is just search for the issue. I mean, I guess I can say go build CMD, right? Or what? I guess CMD main.go. Okay, so now if we try air, I guess like that. Yeah, but now if we like try to go to the /ping, we should get back the response like this, right? That was the main idea. So now if we go to, okay, this was an attempt, just say that. Oh, there's also, bro, I thought I saw something. Oh no, yuck. Okay, so okay, I guess the next example that we can do is something like this. So let's go like this. And yeah, as I said, I was thinking to have like API posts. This would get all posts, then have another one. Whoa, I mean that was fine, but have another one for slug. And I saw that this is how basically this is how you add these parameters in the URL. It's like in this example, this can be like get single posts basically, and then for the post method we can have create post, API posts, and you know, when you do an update you kind of need to provide the ID for update post, and pretty similar for delete. You also kind of need delete post, delete the post. I mean patch, I saw that it's kind of similar to update, so I don't know. Head just returns the headers, and options I don't really remember, but we don't need those. Like those are all of the options probably, but we don't need everything. And yeah, now we would have to actually create all of these. All right, but then the next thing that I wanted to have was, how about some routes for actually displaying the views, right? So we would split this this thing into an API part and then the UI part, or like the views. So this would be like posts would be like the index page, so get index page, and we do just slash because we want to be able to show this on the root page or something. Well, maybe on the root on the root page we want to show something different, but for now it's fine. Get posts slug get post page, and for example this one, see, it misses the API from here, so it's without the API, right? So yeah. And you know, I was looking into this thing right when I figured out that I'm missing something, and here we just put a path to the template file, and we just put the data in. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I see that it's called temple. So yeah, so let's see. So after the after the thing, okay, so let's see from the beginning. Let's not start from the middle of the thing. So load HTML globe. This just load these HTML files. Alright, so this thing, and then we have index.temple inside of templates, right? Oh, I get, oh, okay, I get it. So if it's templates and then we have something here and then the name, we use only the part that was matched in here. So okay, yeah, I mean, as I said, maybe would make sense to have this on posts and on the root page to have something different, but no, whatever. So this is pretty neat. So you respond actually with CHTML, but let's actually see how I was doing this part before. So because if we go, okay, we don't need this thing. Well, I guess what I did was to actually just copy this part, right? And then I'm like, okay, this is get post, space, let's format the thing. Then here we get the slug from the URL parameters, and we can just say that we return it. Okay, so this way we, I mean, it's this simple to create the handler for this route. So after that we need a get all for getting all the posts, right? Get all posts, and this would be like hello all, right? Then for getting like creating post or something, and then we have update, and again update and delete are gonna be similar to this. So update and delete, right? So yeah, now we have all the API routes, but I mean, let's first just test it. Now we just test that. Let's see. Okay, I mean, it looks like it works, so we can go to API posts. This gives us all the posts, but if we try to get like an index, it gives us, you know, that index. So yeah, I really like the such a bad theme, we don't see the, anyway. So yeah, basically now that we have the API routes, which work nicely, right, we can try to add the templates, right? And for the templates, I can see that we need the templates folder, so templates, right? The templates, so let's see, index dot, I would probably use tmpl, don't know though, HTML. Go tmpl, but would be nice if this had some I don't know, like syntax from Neovim, because you know it's kind of bad. Okay, anyway, so let's say that we can change the title of the thing from index. So okay, it's also that we might want to git init the thing and have no, is there a git ignore like this kind of file, which we can actually double get so ignore, yeah. So I mean, it also has this tmp thing, so it's kind of useless. But you know, I guess this is everything that we need to have, because now if I do, strange though, I thought it ignores files. Anyway, so we have the templates, right? And let's say that we want some get index page, right? The get index, and let's just comment this one out for the moment. So how will this thing work is that instead of returning a simple string, we want to return CHTML. Pretty sure you have return, yeah, but you know, if it's the last statement, then you don't use return. So this should be like this, right? All right, so what's the issue? Matches no files. Guess that's what you might think about. Is it really like it wants me to do this? Not really. Okay, then whatever. So if we go to the main page, it's gonna change the title to posts, right? So it looks like it's working, I guess. And something that I closed, although it was a bit useful, something really interesting that I saw here was, well, actually it was about posts or something. It was doing, okay, yeah, this one, oh, items. It was doing like a for loop over some items. That's pretty neat. So and I have here posts. I think this is just displaying the post or something. Then else, no rows, I guess no posts, and then the end. And here, to be honest, we don't really need this. It's always gonna be posts. It was more like an example, let's say. So now if we go back to main go, we need to provide this list of posts somehow. I'm really curious. So you would want it to be like list of strings maybe. For this thing. But what if I want to have something like another HTML thing there, you know, like have another template, something like that. Like here we want to have a template which takes in this item. So is there something about nested? Golang nested templates. So okay, so template, okay, makes sense, right? Template, then the name of the thing, and then dot. I guess first let's try to see if this thing works, right? So posts, can we do like an array somehow? Oh, whatever. So items, and here we can maybe say something like this, right? And if we try to refresh this, it shows us the list. Okay, perfect. So this means that now we can try to do the nested thing. So how about, oops, okay, okay, fine. So now we can change easily. So this I said is gonna be like template, then probably the name of the oh my god, template, and then, you know, dot meaning the post. So the template I would say should be like post preview, because we don't want to show the entire thing, we want to show only some detail. And then on the post itself show everything, right? So post preview, something like this. And now we need post preview HTML, and yeah, sure, we should create a structure for post. So struct post, it should have I guess it should have the slug. Okay, let's see, go struct, because I don't really know what the separator should be. Okay, so there's none, so we can just have slug is a string, then we can probably have name as a string, and let's say we're gonna have a summary, and for this one maybe we can do something like generating the summary from the description. I don't know, description is gonna be a string, oh, it's type post struct. Interesting. And I see that it's with lowercase p. Fine, fair enough. So this would be like my idea, right? Have the name, summary, description, and maybe we can generate the summary somehow from the description using Go routines and stuff like that. Yeah. Or I don't know. Let's just keep it simple. Have the name, the description. So we just show the name when you view the index. Right, so basically instead of this thing, we would want to do get all, but we don't yet have a get all. So that's also something that we might want to do. But for now, let's hard code this to post. Can I do something like this? So slug is gonna be post one or whatever. Name is gonna be my first post, and then we have description, which is gonna be some description. That's, yeah. So we can do another one just to have two. Funny. My second post, and yeah. So like now if we try to run this thing, I don't think it's going to work because we don't have post preview. So let's, whoa, what? No such template. Interesting, but it actually is. One second, let's see. Okay, did I just... So strange. So wait, what? Index base.html. Okay, so this is base, index, and other. What the actual? Okay. Define head body. I get. So I would have to put that inside of the file, right? Because this is like base, and here it uses head, here it uses body, and in this one it defines the head and the body, and in this one it defines again. So I would have to define post preview in here. So It's not like I can have a separate file, but I mean it's still okay. So I can do define post preview, and at the end I have to hit it with the end. So I mean it's still decent, but not ideal. So for a post preview, no, I would probably want an UL, unordered list, right? And let's say that these are gonna be items in that list. Right, that's how I guess it makes sense to me. Yeah. Yes. So then for post preview, I might just say slug name description, right? So maybe like name. Would this thing work? Not really. Unexported field. You can have like, oh, let me guess, it has to be capital. Damn it. Like, yeah, let me, oh yeah, it has to be capital. Bruh, this is the funniest thing in Go. Like you need to use capital letters if you want these things to be public, right? That's how I remember it. Oh, and let me guess, this is ugly, right? Doing the underscore. Name convention. Is it with it is, right? Like camel case. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty amazed that it doesn't complain about that. About this one, it sure complains. Okay, anyway, so let's see. Okay, yeah, that's enough. Pretty nice. I guess this is pretty nice. So yeah. But yeah, I guess that's the next thing. These should be like camel case, right? At least that's how it feels like it should do. Well, I mean, who cares, right? It should be pretty easy to just rename this thing to get post, or I guess just replace everything. Well, if I do go mod tidy, interesting that, yeah, well, I guess it's like, oh, you can do whatever you want. It's like we are deciding if a function or field in a structure is public or not based on whether it's capital. So yeah, like that's, you know, that's something that would probably be really difficult for someone to figure out because it's not really intuitive. But I mean, I already knew something like that, so it was easy to remember that, oh, you actually need to use capital letters, lol. Okay, so I guess, I mean, you know, the next thing would be to actually be able to create these posts, right? Like not hard code them here. And you know, usually the first thing that I would do is create a global variable as a list. So my posts or something. Can I do something like this? Golang global variable. Yo, shut your. I mean, that's exactly what I did. Well, I mean, expected argument list. Bruh. Jesus. Golang global list. I mean, am I blind or something? Oh, it's like this. Yeah, whatever. So we have the posts, right? And I mean, let's not I guess let's try to do only the create, right? And this thing. So for this thing, I'm just gonna do here the my posts for now, right? And in creating a post, I'm curious how we can actually create a post. So let's go back to the gene thing and let's see. So we have query string parameters. That's gonna be useful maybe if we want to filter things. Then we have a form. So basically if we have some stuff, we can take it from post form. Interesting. So I guess we can you know, I don't know why post for a message anyway. But I'm more curious about taking the body, you know, like the full JSON stuff. So, I mean, this is like a response posted, then the message and stuff, but upload files. Multiple files. Interesting. I mean, custom validators, that would probably be useful if you want something like this. Right, that's pretty nice. Get bookable, so I mean, yeah, share whatever, or post data. Okay, but again, I would so like this thing should bind. Is like, okay, so you're telling me that it's that easy. It's just binding the thing. So like in here I can say something like var post. See, it's interesting. Here it says person with capital P. So I would be maybe inclined to believe that we have to use like that. And then I can say post. Okay, anyway, so let's try to use this thing with bind. So like this, if should bind is equal to nil, so it means that, wait, does it mean that it worked or it didn't work? If it's equal to nil. I guess I'm not really sure, so let's try to log it. So log print ln, why not? Let's try to print post dot name, for example, because I'm not sure here, like it doesn't make sense. Like if it's, well, I guess this is the error, right? If the error is nil, then yeah, so it returns error. Okay, perfect. So I mean, but here we return status okay. So is it like, I mean, it's gonna fail with error non null, so you know, if it doesn't bind, then we should want to do 400, right? whatever. So let's try it. Let's see, because this thing seems to run. Oh, wait a second. No, yeah, whatever. So in this one, what if we actually try to post to this thing? So now we have no posts, right? But what if we try to do an expost to, what is it? It's localhost and this thing. So localhost 8080 API posts, and then we have some data, right, like this. And I would probably say this is also interesting. Here we require the slug, but so it's gonna be like slug and something, and then name and something else, and description like this. Creating post. I mean, at least we got a post message, right? But we didn't really see anything in here. So okay, let's search some gene post body. Now let's see the first response. I mean, we can try to, read the data. See what we got, maybe. Handle the error and stuff, handle the error, and then log println JSON data. Like, sure, let's see. Okay, so we get some binary stuff. I guess that's fine. But see, it's like bind JSON. Really strange. So I guess I like more this approach of doing something with the error. But I guess, something went wrong, I guess, because we got a 400. So I guess not sure how the bind should work. in post body JSON example. I mean, how do we now specify what? Like here URL, right? I guess we can say like something like this. And maybe we also have to specify that it's content type JSON. Oh yeah, makes sense, because we had that really weird, I mean, we had binary data. So let's try to see what happens. Still didn't work, even if we set content type JSON. But what if we say maybe accept? I mean, it's still not good. So I guess the next thing would be to specify the JSON, right? So for example, this one can be like slug, right? This can be like name, this can be description. So maybe that was the issue, I don't know. Okay, so now it worked. The only thing is that I want to ignore this one, right, from reading. So binding should not be required. So let's see, gene binding not required. Well, I guess maybe if I don't specify, will it be like, well, it's not required, so because I want to auto-generate it, like that's the main idea here. So yeah, looks like it's fine. So yeah, we actually needed to have these things. But yeah, look, see, for the name I would say it's required. Then for description I would say it's not really required, but it has a default value of something. So gene, but where is this in the documentation of, like, how do I search for that? Oh, holy shit, it's what? You can even say like it's UUID and stuff. So I mean, here you say just it's JSON. I guess it's like maybe this is not even part of the JSON. It's ignored or something. That would be nice. But I'm interested in that like rules thing on the structure. That's something that I want to see more about it. Right, like, do we have default model binding? So let's see, gene model binding, model binding and validation. So I mean, there are quite a few things here, but I mean, I only see form, JSON, XML, and then binding. But how about, you know, tags? Maybe there's more. Like, no. I saw the one with the date, so that makes me think that there are some things, you know, with the date and stuff. Length or something. Probably there are quite a few, but I mean, what we have so far is decent. Like, we have what we need, I guess. Well, actually, I wanted to see if this can be ignored, and if it's not set, we can set it ourselves, right? So, is there something like, what did I? Default value. Do we have default? Wait, what? Oh, makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. We can try to do something like this, maybe. Like pre-initialize the structure. I want to say. Like this is nice for filters, like limit, sort, order. Yeah, this one actually makes more sense, but it's kind of scuffed because you would have to put it everywhere, like, right, where you create the structure. Would be nicer to have it only in one place, for example, where you define the structure. Or I guess, yeah, even like have a constructor for it, which creates you the default values. That would be the other option. This would be nice. Let's see if we do here like default is equal to like description or something like this. Would this work? Like, is this a feature? I mean, it's closed, but I guess this is the second best thing that we can do. Let's see if this is. Whoa, what? Damn, this is cool. It has like literally. Okay. So yeah, I guess the other thing, because we can learn more about, you know, structures and stuff, is let's try to create a constructor for this structure, I guess. Oh, I closed something, so I guess, you know, the way to do it would be like a function default post, maybe, right? And it should return a post like this. Like, I guess that's the main idea. So here we want to create a post. Oh yeah, and maybe if you noticed, but I wanted to disable Copilot for you know, learning purposes, because otherwise it would just automatically create this function and I would not really remember how to do it. So okay, I guess, is this how we make it, right? So slug, then I would put something here, then for the name it's the same thing, and description. So that's how I'm thinking. Well, like the easiest thing is post is gonna be of type post, and we can do something like this. And then return a post, I don't know. Oh my god. Go initialize a struct or something. How can we create a struct? Okay, I was pretty close though. But why wouldn't this work? Right. It's the better question. I mean, this is, you know, like using this. But I actually just want to return it, and I think you have to do it like this. So now Golang method that returns a struct. So like create a structure. So like this. Oh, interesting. Wait, do I literally have to say return? So I guess these things do not really return anything. That's why we don't have a return. Okay, and I mean, oh, you can do it like this. Okay, sure. I mean, it makes me a bit scared because you know, like in C you cannot really do stuff like this. Can we not have the name? Yeah. So then for slug, for example, what if we want to generate a number or like an ID or something? And you know, we can use like some kind of UUID or something. And then for the description, let's say description is gonna be empty by default. So can we have go ID? It actually exists, but it's not. I mean, sure. Let's see if we have unique ID. Good unique ID. I was flashbanged by that. So well, I mean, yeah, sure. Google UID. Well, they made their own UID, but didn't really. Unique ID. Okay, I guess, yeah. It's funny that, yeah, they made this thing, but it's not part of, because, you know, like Google does the Golang, right? So to use this thing, we need to oh yeah. Bro, how can, like, don't you need just let's say function that generates it? What's all of this stuff? where is the example? That's a better question. Well, I guess I'll just look for it. Like new. Probably this is what we need, right? So yeah, not really sure. UID. Oh, this is funny. It's like generates a new ID. Oh my god. Oh my god. Actually, let's... okay, whatever. Let's go to this example. But maybe they have an example here in GitHub. They don't. Example. Okay, so you just do something like this. Although it's yeah, but I wanted to use the Google one, not this one. Okay, let's see in this example. So ID is this thing, so like this. Okay, so we got the ID, which is UUID though. Now the question is, do we want here to keep UUID or string? I mean, it's a good question. Here it won't like this thing, so let's just do something like this. No, something like this. And I guess we can probably parse the UUID here, for example, and say, oh, that's bad request or something when we get to that point. But I mean, for now we are able to create posts, but when we do create post, right, here we need to do something with the error. So we create a post, and let's say the post is gonna be default post, right? Wait, what? Default. Oh, that's sad. Nice, you don't even have to specify the type. So I would probably do this, right? And here I would return the ID, and that's the only thing that I would do. So post dot slug, yes, slug string, and let's say that here we should probably, can I do like error? Status, let's say this is a bad request, right? Because the format of the JSON was bad. And can we do something with the error? Like error. Yeah, not sure if we should show the error like this. Maybe we should do some parsing on it, but no, should be fine. So let's say that we have a name here, so the name. So this seems to work, and if we ignore the description, oh, but something's not working because we didn't, it stopped recompiling for some reason. Failed to build. Oh, that's a bad one, because if it fails to build, then yeah, so it gives us back an ID. Okay, and if we have the description, it also gives us back. And now what's cool is this doesn't work. Oh, because we, didn't really add the post to the my posts. So in create post we have to append, and append, how does it work? Oh, so my post and my post. Oh, we need a reference? No. We need to dereference it. Wait, do we have to say my post is equal to append? Okay, fair enough. Let's say that no. So we do this one and this one. So now, yeah, we have both of them, and that's pretty neat. Right. But as I said, like, we should use a database for all of these things. So not really an in-memory list. So that would be, I guess that would be something we do next time, like try to use a database actually. So we have all of this simple stuff. I guess maybe we'll do something like run some algorithm on the description or something, and maybe we'll try to use channels there just to try out channels. I don't really have an idea right now of what we can do. So then get post. No, this don't work yet, so this is what it is. Update post would be interesting to, because it's like, but again with a database would be more fun to actually do it. Even delete post, I mean, I don't really see a point in doing them on a list because we are gonna change it. So yeah, probably we'll wait just for the database. So then the next thing would be to do this get posts page. So let's actually try to do it. So the idea would be to go in here and let's say we do a link. Like I saw an example earlier, like when I forgot to record, and I was like, that's a neat example. And we can actually do an href, an a thing with href, and here the reference would be /posts. So we want this route to be called, right? We want this route, and we want the slug. So here we want to say something like slug, right? So we want the ID of the post. That's what I'm thinking. And here we want to close the A, And how about doing something like this? So the name is inside. So if you click on this link, it will bring you to the post, right? At least that's what I think it's gonna do. So now we just need to create this get post page. Right. And I guess it's gonna be similar. Jesus. So we actually, want the slug, right? Do we want it? Yeah, we do. Then we want the post, but this time it's gonna be like var post is equal to post, because we want to do a for loop over all the stuff. It's not ideal, we are gonna have a function for it, but for now let's do for. Can we iterate for p range, is it something like that? P range and then my post, right? For loop over collection. Oh, is equal to range. Okay, I mean obviously. Oh, interesting. And p is an integer, so this is the index. I mean, let's do I, and now we can say something like, well, okay, and we can also do post. So if p dot slug is equal to slug, but yeah, no, the problem is that, yeah, so can we do actually UUID, I don't know, UUID dot new string? No. Oh, from string validate. I mean validate is fine. So validate, right? Oh, and I guess validate also gives us an error. So usually we have like this, right? Oh, wait, what? Well, I mean, but how do we do like the convert or something? UID must. Oh, parse. Obviously, makes sense. So it's gonna be slug and error. Now if we have an error is not nil, then we are gonna do something like bad request, right? I guess. Okay, so in this case, if they are equal, then post is equal to p, right? And here is gonna be like post and then post. So I mean, the issue is, what if we don't have any posts, right? So what if it's not found, basically? No, that's something we'll think about it when we have database and all of the good stuff. So let's do post.html. Post, and now we have the post itself. So let's say it's gonna be like post view or something, right? Because maybe we want to do like post, right? And then we can have post view, and inside of the post view, like an h1 for the name, and probably like description. And I guess, yeah, it is what it is. Let's see. Actually, it compiled, which is good. Now posts. Let's okay. And what if the name? Okay. And what if we do like my description? Actually, get the second one with the description. So okay, this is, I guess, decent. And yeah, I mean, the plan for the next time would be to add a database and all of these to work with the database actually instead of the list. But I mean, that's the plan for next time.